Today we're jumping into a really compelling argument from psychologist Santiago Duran. He's asking a huge question. What really separates human creativity from artificial intelligence? He believes there are some core things we do that algorithms, no matter how powerful they get, just can't. So let's get into his case.
And yeah, he's not pulling any punches. This quote gets right to the point, doesn't it? It frames this whole thing not just as some tech trend, but as a full-blown cultural crisis. So you gotta ask, why is he so passionate about this?
Well, let's talk about who's sounding this alarm. Santiago Duran has this really unique background. He's a psychologist who spent his career in advertising. An industry that is literally built on trying to understand human desires and translate them into creative ideas. So he's got a front row seat to watch how this new tech is changing the whole game of creation.
Okay, so here's the absolute core of his argument. Duran says there's a world of difference between what an AI does and what a human does. He argues that AI generates. It takes what's already there and it reassembles it. It predicts what should come next. But humans, we create. And that process, he says, is way more personal, way more messy, and way more meaningful. That single distinction is what this is all about.
And look, he's not just getting sentimental about this. He's actually pinpointed 3 fundamental human abilities that, by their very nature, are completely missing from how an AI works. And these missing pieces, he says they're the secret sauce. They're what gives human creation its power. Let's break them down one by one.
First up, the power of the unconscious mind. This is where things get a little, Freudian. We're talking about our messy, unpredictable internal world versus the clean, cold logic of a machine.
Duran brings up this classic idea of free association. Freud's theory that no thought is ever truly random. Every weird idea that pops into your head is actually a little breadcrumb, leading back to a whole universe of your own personal memories, fears, and hopes. Duran argues that this road to the unconscious is also the road to a truly original idea.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Our path to an idea is this wild, unpredictable journey through everything that makes us, us. An AI's path? It's a neat and tidy calculation. It's predicting the most probable next word based on a giant average of everything it's ever seen. It can't have a personal eureka moment because it has no personal life. So that's the first thing AI is missing. The second, it's all about time.
And that brings us to his second big point, the element of time. Right now, we're all obsessed with speed, with getting things done instantly. But Duran argues that in our rush for immediate creative solutions, we're losing something absolutely vital.
To make his case, he points to the work of Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman. We all have these 2 ways of thinking. System 1 is that fast, gut reaction. It's automatic. But System 2, that's the deep, deliberate thinking. The kind that produces real breakthroughs. And it needs one thing we're always running out of: time. It needs you to slow down and just think.
So here's the question. AI gives us incredible speed. It's like System 1 on steroids. But what's the catch? What are we giving up in exchange for getting everything right now?
And that's the brutal truth of the market right now. Duran's point is that in today's world, good enough delivered in 5 minutes is often seen as more valuable than genius delivered next week. He points to the music industry. We've got more songs being released than ever before, but are we seeing fewer truly new, groundbreaking movements? It's quantity over quality, all because we're not letting those big ideas simmer.
Okay, this third and final element is my favorite. It's about the beautiful, chaotic, and brilliant power of the mistake. AI is designed for precision, for getting it right, but Duran shows us that some of our greatest leaps forward come from getting it wonderfully wrong.
This story is just perfect. A simple mistake. Some guy mishearing a song lyric gave birth to one of the most famous brand names in the world. Lonely Planet came from a happy accident, a moment of human error that an algorithm which is built to transcribe lyrics correctly would never, ever make.
Now look at this number, the microwave oven. It's in almost every home, a total symbol of modern convenience. But you know what? Its invention wasn't part of some grand plan. It was, you guessed it, another happy accident.
That's right. An engineer working on military radar just happened to notice his candy bar was melting. A totally random, unexpected observation that had nothing to do with his job, and it changed the world. That's the kind of creative leap that happens when you're paying attention to the messy, real world, not just crunching data.
And this slide just nails it. A human mistake, like a Freudian slip, can accidentally reveal some profound truth about what you're really thinking. But an AI mistake, what we call a hallucination, it's just noise. It's a lie that sounds believable. One comes from hidden depths, the other just comes from a gap in the data.
So, if human creativity has these three amazing superpowers, the unconscious mind, slow thinking, and happy accidents, why does it feel like AI is winning? Duran calls it a tragic victory, where pure efficiency is just steamrolling real ingenuity.
And you can see the results everywhere. In all of these fields, the pressure for huge amounts of good enough content, delivered fast and cheap, is pushing out the slower, more thoughtful, and more expensive work of human creators. AI is flooding the zone, and it's fundamentally changing what it means to be commercially successful.
So maybe even after all this, you're still thinking, so what? The stuff AI makes is useful, and isn't that what really matters? Well, Duran leaves us with one last really powerful thought experiment. It's designed to make you feel the difference, not just think about it. Seriously, just try it. On one side, you have a Bored Ape NFT. It's algorithmically generated, it's a digital status symbol. On the other side, you have a painting, a piece of art that was born from one person's unique life, their pain, their joy, their vision. Can you honestly look at both and say they give you the same feeling deep down?
And that's where he leaves us. It's a challenge, right? It cuts right to the heart of everything. It's asking us to decide what we actually value more: the perfectly efficient Solus output of a machine, or the messy, beautiful, and totally irreplaceable spark of human genius. It's a question we're all going to have to answer, sooner or later.